Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, I first of all would like to thank all of my new subscribers, old subscribers, the ones in between, the ones deciding if they want to subscribe or not subscribe. Like, the choice is totally up to you. I am happy with whatever decision that you are going to make, or whatever it is that you want to do. I'm happy with your decision if you're happy with it. I also would like to thank you for all of the shares, the comments, and thank you for the likes. Thank you for the understanding. Thank you for the getting it. Um, but I was informed that there are a couple of individuals putting up certain negative, um, I guess, negative reports about my videos. And my videos are not reaching as many people as it should. So I am asking that whomever and whenever you do watch my videos, like the video, comment, share it, so that the videos can get out to as many people as it needs to get out to. Um, it can get out to whoever needs to get or understand or see the message. Um, that would be a great support from everybody, and I really would appreciate it. Thank you in advance. Okay, so yeah, listen, this video is about a download that I received earlier, and it was a doozy. Okay, so this video is about who the one world government worships, and know how I said how I was just talking about the support. Now, in this one world government is pretty much just a one mind. You know what I mean? Like a one collective. It's a one brain situation where everybody agrees on the same thing, or everybody is in agreement with the same, I want to say, deity, entity, issue. Like, everybody's in the same mind about a particular thing. So that's what the one world government is. And so in the world of, I'm gonna just say the world of music, they have this deity by the name of Baphomet, right? This deity um goes by its own rules, which this deity understands and knows. Like, it understands what it has to do to keep 15:15 on my clock, to keep its to keep its wheels turning. So let's just say the music industry is a machine. The machine is called the Baphomet. So it knows what oil it needs to use to keep its wheels going. It knows what type of parts it needs just in case it falls. It falls to pieces, right? It knows what type of parts that it needs. So in this case, in this music industry, these individuals, they really do make blood sacrifices. Now, mind you, these blood sacrifices that have been made, um, are ritualistic, and I mean, it's just how they do business. It's just, you need to make blood sacrifices uh to for your allegiance to be solid with Baphomet. So this is something that's been all over the internet. How Jay-Z used to mess with Aaliyah, and how Aaliyah did not necessarily like him because of his ways or because of however he did things. He ended up going into a situation with Beyonce, and then Aaliyah died. Here's my thing. Aaliyah at first made some kind of agreement, some kind of allegiance with Jay-Z, and because of how he was doing things, she said she didn't want to be a part of it. She didn't know the true and real consequences of her decision from the jump, okay? Like, she couldn't have, because if she'd have known that they would have killed her, or she would have died, because she had already signed her name in this on this contract to be led by this Baphomet character, and this, and by the person who handles for Baphomet, which is Jay-Z. And when she decided that she wasn't going to go through with whatever the situation was, they decided, okay, well, we need to replace this individual. And here comes Beyonce. Beyonce goes into allegiance with Jay-Z. And Jay-Z and Beyonce go into allegiance with Baphomet. But they have to have a blood sacrifice. Who was their sacrifice? Aaliyah. Aaliyah was their sacrifice. Now, I don't know if anybody ever noticed or ever seen it was some award show where it was after 7:14 on my timer. It was after Aaliyah passed away. Missy Elliott made a statement on stage and said Aaliyah was a buster. Like, and a buster in the hood to us is somebody who acts like they are in agreement with whatever the situation is, but then they turn around and they're really not. So I recall Missy Elliott saying that about Aaliyah. I cannot remember which award show it was, but she said, and it was after Aaliyah passed away. She said, yeah, she was a buster, and then she had to like she had to catch herself, but she already had said it, and I heard it. Now, I know I'm probably not the only one that heard that, but so what I'm understanding is, and this is with every celebrity, if you notice, like, somebody close to them dies, and then it has to be basically bragged about on television, and everybody has to know what what had happened, because these people are actual ritualistically, they're sacrifices, they're blood sacrifices. Now, the download I got after that that particular It's Been Too Long and I'm Lost Without You, that song came on, that's when I got the download that this is what Jay-Z and Beyonce did. They blood sacrificed Aaliyah, and so that she could come up, so that Beyonce could come up. And the Most High is just like, and what it is this is how they make their deals with this entity, this deity of the music industry named Baphomet. They pledged their allegiance to it. Now, in this one world government, they have pledged their allegiance to a deity, and the only way that you would be supported in anything that you want to do or that you're trying to do is that you or one of those ones that is in allegiance with the same deity or with another deity that another group of people worship or whatever the case. My thing is, and I'm gonna just 10:22 on my time. I'm gonna just say you like this. The deities, okay, so no one will support you. Okay, no one will support you. That's just like in the Bible. It says, if you don't have the mark, you know what I'm saying, you don't eat, you don't drink, you don't get work, you don't get paid, you just don't have everything else that everybody else would have because you don't have this mark 1522 on my clock. Okay, that's exactly what the Bible says. You won't be able to find work, you won't be able to find money, you won't be able to find friends if you are not in agreement or allegiance with these deities. Okay, now then you got people out here literally really making blood sacrifices to entities to for insurance money. People are killing the family members for insurance money, things like that. That's them making a sacrifice to a deity to survive or to have money or to be in allegiance, because they know that at the end of the day, when this is all said and done, there will be no support for anyone that is not a part of this cultish um this cultish era, because that's what it is. This is the cultish era. This is like everybody is following some kind of entity or some kind of deity, calling it their God. But we all know and understand who the Most High is, and just how I feel about who the Most High is, and who I know He is. That's how these individuals feel about their deity. And that's what gives these deities some kind of power, because they're like, oh, they believe in us like we're him, like we're God. They don't even call him God. They say him. They call him him. They don't even say his name, because they're not allowed to say his name at all in any way, shape, fashion, or form. They can't even say Yah. Now, if you're a real God, you should be able to say whatever you want to say whenever you want to say it. I'm just put that out there to those who do worship these deities and entities and all these kinds of people things or whatever they are. Okay. But I mean, the fact of the matter is that these entities, like I said, they can't even say God's name. They can't even say Yah. They can't even say Yahweh. They cannot even speak on his name. They can't, because they know better, these deities, than these entities that most of these people worship. They can't. But like I said, they make these blood sacrifices to keep the support of other people. They not only that, they give, and it's a lot of people, regular people like me, who are literally giving into the way of whatever deity or entity just to keep the support of the deity, pretty much. And like growing up, for me, I didn't have the support that I needed. Like, I don't have the support that I need now, only because I do not worship these deities. I do not, follow these entities. The thing about it is, I'm in a world, I'm in a matrix, and it may look like, I'm following, but I'm not. And my heart does not. Believe me, my heart does not follow these deities and these entities. And I'm going to just put it out there just like that. Because, I'm not going to lie to myself. Because I know who the Most High is. And I know that the Most High is not like, he knows who support, he knows who believes in him and who doesn't. So the Most High literally supports his children. Like, he supports them to the fullest, and is to not only prove that the deity that you worship, that you call on to hurt people, that you call on to kill people, that you call on to ruin people's lives, not only to prove that whatever deity you call on to do all of these different things to the collective, to the people who don't worship those deities, he proves to you that your God is not a God that he says he is. Even if you took it up on yourself to mention to the deity you worship, ask him who the Most High is, he'll probably get mad and kill you. I'm just saying. He'll probably get mad and kill you. Or he'll tell you, we can't talk about that. Now you either leave it alone or I'm going to kill you. Like, once you become in allegiance with these entities and these deities, there's really no way you can get out of it. Because you literally signed a contract. Like, you're literally bound to the devil. And I'm only saying this because, it's mostly karmics who go and they just sign their life away and they give their power away to these deities for fiat, for a piece of change, for a little bit of fame, for 15 minutes, for 20 minutes, never for a lifetime. Because no deity can give you anything for a lifetime. That deity don't know how long it's going to live. This is what I'm saying. They're not real gods. Like, they want to be called gods. Satan, he spent a lot of time trying to be like God, but he could never be. 1755 on my time. And listen, there's nothing new under the sun. This was said in the scriptures. The fact that when Elisha went up against 400 and some odd prophets, and he was the last one standing, that was proof. Because the Most High likes to prove who he is. He loves to make non-believers into believers. And like I said, these people out here literally are really worshiping these demons and these deities, sending these demon spirits, these deity spirits out to kill, maim, hurt, decapitate, to dissipate people's lives, bodies, children, money, will send these deities out to do all of these different things. And then you get a deity that go to the wrong house. You go to a house that belongs to the Most High. When that deity cannot carry out what you asked it to do for whatever fiat, who do you think that deity is going to come back to receive its payment, to receive its payout? Even if he didn't carry it out. I went and I tried, but I could not. But at the end of the day, somebody got to pay. Who you think that deity going to come to? That deity going to come right back to who sent it. That entity is going to come right back to who sent him or her. to finish the job because they had a deal. When you listen, even them deities and them entities got a boss. Them entities got a boss. That the entity boss got a deal or a contract with another high appointed deity. That deity has to carry out. It goes to that deity to. It's hey, it's a process and it's levels. It's levels and all of these different contracts. Being written, they have to be carried out. But people of the Most High who are not in allegiance with these deities and with these what do you call them? What's a primordial? What is that? All those that are not in contract with these entities and deities are, we don't get that same support, but our support come from somewhere higher than your deity and your entity. That's why whenever you send something these ways and it come right back to you, don't sit up here and scream, how? How did that happen? Who did? You sent it. And the Most High said no. That means the deity and the entity that you worship is not the God you think he is or she. And it's made clear whenever you send something and it gets sent right back to you. It's made very clear then that whoever or whatever you serve is not the God. He's not the Most High. He's not the highest of the high. Let me tell you something. The Most High has, he put up with the nonsense enough. He allowed 22:30 on my timer, 15:33 on my clock. He allowed the Yeshua to be killed. He allowed that to happen. He allowed the sacrifice to happen. But in this hour, in this day, it's certain things in certain when you put somebody's name on a block for sacrificial purposes, it's certain names that he would just not allow you to he would not allow whatever demon you send or whatever deity or entity you send, he would not allow them to carry out that death sentence. He just won't. Because what it is and when you're 22, 23, 33 on my time, and when Yeshua was on the cross and he said, well, he was on a piece of wood and he said, forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they do. You know what you're doing when you're sending out a deity to ruin somebody's life. You know what you're doing. At that time, it ain't that you didn't know. You didn't understand what you were doing back then. But right now, you understand absolutely. You absolutely understand that, okay, I want you to go and cut their finances. I want you to go and clip one of their kids. I want you to go and murder one of their yeah. You understand and know exactly because you're asking it in particular. So you know exactly what you want this deity or this entity to do. Right? You know exactly what you want it to do, and that's what you're sending it to do. So we can't say that you don't know no more. We can't say that you don't understand it either. We can't say that no more. That's out the window. Okay? And so these when the earth pretty much kept turning and everybody pretty much started getting their memory back, this is what people literally did. They sent demonic entities after. Remember Saul in the scriptures? He had a entity on his back day and night for what he was trying to do to one of the Most High's faves, David. Right? He had that entity on his back, ready to take him out. And that's what that was, because of what he was trying to do to David. He had it in his heart to kill David for no reason, only because he was jealous of him. He was jealous of the Most High. And even after David knew that he was jealous of him, David still didn't pray bad on him. David was upset that somebody chopped Saul's head off after he passed away. He was upset about that. What are you doing? Because at the end of the day, Saul was chosen by the Most High to lead the people. He was. And it was only right to be respectful. That's what the Most High liked about David. The fact that he was respectful towards what God chose. Not what Saul chose, not what anybody else chose, but what God's decision was. David was respectful towards it, no matter the outcome. No matter the outcome, David was respectful towards whatever the decision God made. That's how you and that's how you respect the Most High. Like, it don't matter what his decision is, you know it's the right one. That's all you do know. Whatever the outcome may look like, the decision is always the right one. Always. God's never wrong. Never. Like, the Most High is literally never wrong. And that's one thing everybody has to respect. Human, alien, demon, devil. Everybody. And let me remind y'all of something. God ain't gotta respect you. That's what a God is. He will command and demand and get his respect. But he ain't gotta respect you. That's what God is. Because he knows the creator of the heaven, earth, the hell. He knows it all. He knows it. He knows everything. He knows it all. So there is no, and there's like no in between. Now, you might have some entities and deities out here that want to try and doubt, but not one that knows better. You know, like most entities and deities will not even try it because they know better. Most deities and entities are fucking geniuses, and they still won't. They still won't tread that road of trying to go up against the Most High. Because the Most High is like, listen, I'm letting you keep your contracts. Now, when you step outside or get out of bounds or get out of the realms of that contract that you asked me for, then I'm going to step in and put you back in order. And that's what the Most High does. He reads the contracts, especially the ones that y'all make with these entities. 29:55 on my timer. Okay, and so that's pretty much all that was the download that I got today. That it's a support issue, or not an issue, but those that are not in allegiance with these Baphomets, these entities, and these deities will not receive would not receive the same support that you would give one that is in allegiance with them. And let's understand, the ones that don't get the support from the ones that are in allegiance with these deities and entities, the ones that don't get the support are the ones you should be afraid of, because they getting the real support. They're getting the ones that didn't make deals with these devils to be in allegiance with these demons and these devils and these entities and these things out here. They are the ones you should really be afraid of. So it's just like you need to choose wisely who you want your support from. You need to choose wisely what side you want to be on. Choose choose wisely. Because like I said, the ones that's not in allegiance with these demonic entities and devils and deities and things are the ones you should be afraid of, because they are the ones who are actually getting the real support from the real Most High, from the real one. So I just wanted to go ahead and put that download out there, and you guys have a beautiful and wonderful day. Talk to you later. Bye bye. Peace.